Good morning, Geneva. I'm Katelyn Keenehan, and I'm broadcasting to you from Moscow, Russia. It's been a whirlwind of a trip here so far, and coming up on today's show, we'll cover our cultural immersion, as well as one reason why we're on this trip. All that and much more because this special edition of GTV News, Начинаюста. And each leaven-fused meal that is made in this kitchen is then bagged and delivered to the home of a stage 4 cancer patient. And this Friday, the undefeated boys basketball team will be playing against Batavia at home. The game starts at 7 p.m. and they would love a huge crowd. And although the shop is aesthetic, it is the coffee that is truly the craft. Whether it's been recently purchased or passed down through the family line, it's evident that each car has its own story to share. It took the Russian team nearly a day and a half to travel to the Volga Encounters Festival by train, and it took us nearly the same amount of time but by plane. And that's not the only similarities that we have. We also listen to the same music and watch the same kind of movies. From the snowballs to the saucers, sledding brings joy across all generations. Downtown Geneva is often known for its abundance of bakeries and candy shops. However, one store on 3rd Street may not have chocolate, yet never fails to make its customers blush. GTV reporter Allie Heine has the story. Today on the show, we have all the information about where you need to be and what you need to wear at the football game tonight. Although the club showed great school pride, it was here at Powder Puff where the competitive spirit of homecoming week really kicked off. The goal of the US-Russia TV Bridge is to bring together high school students active in journalism and media and have them produce a full-length broadcast that connects the two cultures. And the Gay Straight Alliance Club is right after school today from 3 to 4 p.m. in room K262. Everyone is welcome, so stop by and see what they're all about.
Good morning, Geneva. I'm Megan Fee.
And I'm Katelyn Keenehan, and we are right here in the cafeteria where you get your food every day.
That's right, Katelyn, and coming up on today's show, we've got an inspiring story on how some members of the community are providing healthy meals to those who need it most.
Also, we have the tasty inside for your Taco Tuesday, all that and much more, because GTV News starts right now. That video is only a small sample of what we've experienced in Russia so far. Now, I know back in America there's a lot of stereotypes about what Russia's actually like, but we are here to bust those myths and connect our two countries. And now here's 3 to know before we go. Make sure to check us out in the comments today and stop by and say hi if you're interested in joining one of the programs.
Grab an adorable picture right over there in the comments at the photo booth.
And make sure to grab your freeze pop on the way out of school today.
Well, Geneva, that is all the news we have for you today from this special edition of GTV News Live in the Comments. I'm Megan Fee.
And I'm Katelyn Keenehan. We will leave you with our closing capture. Little Traveler on the corner of 3rd and Fulton is full of treasure. But this story is not about antique fountains, jewelry, or foreign trinkets. This story is about 91-year-old elf.
They fight over me. I love it.
Joe Greenberg.
I've been at the Traveler and what was the Merrilee Shaft for 46 years.
In that time, he has been dancing,
Make everybody happy.
hugging, and talking
The store on State Street,
a lot.
I enjoy working with people. I'm comfortable with that. I enjoy it to the point where it makes me feel good.
And people like talking with Joe.
Okay.
You always want to hug him and ask him how he's doing, and it brings a smile to your face. Hugging.
He lifts everybody's morale. He's kind of like this little elf that goes around and brightens everybody's day.
Like an elf, he's a gift giver.
And we used to give chocolate back and forth to each other.
But he doesn't just share chocolate.
Probably in 1970, something like that.
He shares passion.
If you find something you like and it makes you feel good, what do you care what the rest of the world thinks? I won't probably do this until I can't do it anymore.
And Joe's love has become the treasure of the Traveler.
I'm important here.
He's a part of the Little Traveler and a part of our everyday experience here at the Traveler as a family.
We couldn't do it without him, let's put it that way.
So unlike a Christmas elf, he does not make toys or live in the North Pole. But Joe does spread joy
Hello.
wherever he goes. For GTV News, I'm Katelyn Keenehan.
So now you know why I keep working.
Savory sweet potatoes, grilled chicken, and chopped chives. All can be found in a typical kitchen. But what makes this kitchen spice up the ordinary is the age behind the aprons.
High school is like a different level.
Fox Valley Food for Health is an organization that teaches teens how to cook beautiful, delicious, organic food. If we can get teens cooking healthy food and thinking about making healthy choices, We feel that that will really support their well-being as they get older.
I remember doing this. It's so cute and tiny.
We come in, see on the board, what we're making for the day. So we'll work on that recipe, start putting it all together from start to finish.
Normally, the secret ingredient is a pinch of salt or a dash of pepper. But in this kitchen, the secret is love.
You have to put a lot of heart and soul into it. I mean, you can't come here and not feel that love for cooking or other people in your own community.
The energy in the kitchen will impact what they're making in the kitchen. That love that they show will show up in the food as well.
And each love-infused meal made in this kitchen is then bagged and delivered to the home of a cancer patient.
How are you? Come in. Thank you. Hi, can you say hi?
Often we see families that are really struggling. It's very hard when you're going through a serious illness like that.
And one neighbor in need was Mary Kirk.
I was diagnosed with invasive breast cancer, a fairly aggressive type. When you have cancer, you really feel alone in the whole process. And the last thing I wanted to do was shop and cook. I was just more focused on my treatment.
Due to her lack of energy, Fox Valley Food for Health serves as Mary's savior.
They come every Wednesday morning. The meals last like, 4 or 5 days, so it's a huge savings. And then just the ease of having those meals ready to go.
For these young, charismatic chefs, they know that they are a vital part of a much bigger battle.
It just lets them know that there are people outside of their immediate family that care about them and that are pulling for them and really want them to have the best experience possible.
The fact that they're willing to do that, along with their busy school schedules, it's just wonderful.
This is not an ordinary kitchen. This kitchen is devoted to finding the helpers.
We're teaching them about giving back. We're teaching them about leadership and teamwork. And all of those things will be things that they can use for the rest of their life.
The liquid boil off.
For GTV News, I'm Katelyn Keenehan.